Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. I thought I'd show you how to make a pumpkin pie using fresh pumpkin puree that I did up. I get a lot of pumpkins at the end of the year, and then I'll do a segment on that when it comes time on how to prepare your pumpkins to make it into puree. All right, it's really easy. But anyway, we're going to make a pumpkin pie. I did a video on it quite a while back, but I see it only shows the pie crust. I'm not sure what happened, but anyway, so I'm doing another one. You're going to need about 15 ounces of pumpkin puree, okay? And since I do my own pumpkin, that's going to make like 2 cups, all right? So you're going to put 2 cups of pumpkin puree in the bowl of your stand mixer. And you want to use a whisk attachment. You want to be preheating your oven to 425 degrees. All right. And then I did a segment on how to make pie crust, or you could just get a store-bought one, which in fact, that's what I'm using, which I don't normally do, but, and I got that all set to go. And I'm not gonna blind bake it or anything. I'm just gonna put it all in just like this and put it in a really hot degree oven at 425 for like 15 minutes, and then I'll lower the temperature to 350, and then we'll bake it till it's done, anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes, okay? All right, so we have 2 cups of the pumpkin puree already in the stand mixer. You're gonna need a 12-ounce can of Carnation evaporated milk, not the sweetened condensed, but the evaporated. Okay, 12 ounces of that, and dump that right into your bowl. And this pumpkin puree that I've got, I'm going to make something else with this, but this came from my little granddaughter's pumpkin plant that she brought home from school last year. And it grew, and so now we're just finishing up her pumpkin. She's really excited about that, and she wanted a pumpkin pie. All right, now we're going to add in 3/4 cups of sugar, along with the evaporated milk and the pumpkin puree, and 2 eggs. Okay, and then we're going to mix that up. And without mixing, I'll tell you what else you're going to need for your spices. Now you could go ahead and use the pumpkin pie spice. You would need about 2 teaspoons of it, okay? And you could always make your own pumpkin pie spice. It's 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. All right, let's scratch that back up. It's 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of cloves. Cloves is very potent. And a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. Okay, now, and that homemade mix is going to make, let's see, it's going to make a total of 1 tablespoon. And you need 2 teaspoons per pie, so that would give you a total of 2 pies worth if you made your own homemade pumpkin pies. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and use this. I love cinnamon, so you want to use at least a teaspoon of cinnamon, but I like cinnamon, so I use a little over a teaspoon, about 1.25 teaspoons. And then for ground cloves, I'm only using 1/8 teaspoon. And for my nutmeg, you can use ground nutmeg, but I like to use the whole nutmeg and just grind it myself. You want a 1/2 teaspoon of that, okay? And then you also want a 1/2 teaspoon of your ground ginger. Okay, and that's all you need for your spices. So I'll combine them all into this bowl. Okay, when that's mixed up really good, then we're going to go ahead and add all our spices in. It's really, really easy. And I'll tell you what, homemade, I've always, in the past, used the Libby's canned pumpkin and everything. Now that is good, but there's nothing like homemade from scratch. I think it tastes even better. And then you can, after it's baked and everything, cooled, put it in the fridge, you can make your own whipped cream, or you can use, you know, the canned whipped cream, or Cool Whip, whatever is your favorite. And to make your own whipped cream, you just use your heavy cream and your confectionery powdered sugar and some vanilla. And then you want to just whip that up, make sure everything's nice and cold, your beaters in your bowl. You can put it in the freezer or fridge for a few minutes, let it get nice and chilled. And then you just whip it up until you got nice stiff peaks. Okay, that's looking good. My oven's all preheated to 425. Now if you wanted to, which I do a lot when I make my homemade pie crust, I just run around the edges with a fork. So I'm just throwing a quick pie together. But you could take and use your cookie cutouts and stuff and put different designs like leaves or something around it. Or if it's in the fall or something, you cut out little pumpkin shapes, you know, just decorate it cute as you want. If you want to even go another step further, you could even paint it, okay? All right, that looks good. Now, even though it looks thin, it will, when it cooks in the oven, thick, you know, like a nice custard. Okay, so don't let it scare you that it's, oh my goodness, it's so thin. Nothing to worry about, okay? And just pour that right in. Okay. And now we'll throw it in the oven and bake it.